Let's close the eyes and find a very nice, naturally comfortable sitting posture. Any asana that's comfortable for you. Let's become aware of the spine, maintaining good spinal posture, erect, tall, and vertical. Head, neck, and the trunk all nicely aligned. Aligned in a straight line, if comfortable. Gently pull the head up toward the ceiling, tailbone down. You feel that subtle elongation of the spine. And if you need to, at this point, make any adjustments to your posture, so you're very naturally comfortable. Let the hands rest very comfortably on your knees or thighs. Lift the shoulders up toward the ears, roll them back, let them hang loose. Do this movement a couple more times if you'd like to, just to loosen up the shoulder area. Do a few gentle neck movements. Keep them gentle and soft, up and down, side to side. Circles if you like to. Just any random movement. Just feel the muscles in the neck area and loosening any subtle spots of tightness. And finally, bring the head back to the center, positioning the chin just slightly below the horizontal level. Soften the facial muscles and relax the jaws. And begin to watch the flow of breath at the tip of the nose, monitoring the flow, maintaining the very natural rhythm. No effort to modify or control the breath. Let it flow naturally. And begin to feel that subtle cooling sensation when you inhale, warmth when you exhale. Deepening our breath awareness. I will recite Om 3 times. Deep inhalation. Om. Softly open the eyes. Namaste, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to day number 10. Day number 10 of this journey into self-exploration, exploration of our inner universe. That's the goal. And like we mentioned, one of the mediums or techniques of exploration is through the understanding of the 5 koshas. Does everyone remember 5 koshas? What are these? Quickly, Annamaya kosha.
Pranamaya kosha. Pranamaya.
Pranamaya,
And then third one is Manomaya.
Manomaya.
Fourth, Vijnanamaya.
Vijnanamaya.
Anandamaya.
Anandamaya. Okay. Now, we normally talk about, Yoga Sutras by Patanjali. Patanjali doesn't talk about these. These are things that are, kind of supposed to know, basically. These are the 5 layers of our being. You start exploring them one by one, go deeper into it. Obviously, you'll know a little more about yourself, right? The first one is Annamaya Kosha, right? How do you explore Annamaya Kosha? Anna. Anna is what? Food.
Called
Panchabhuta. Well, yeah, Annamaya Kosha is the Panchabhuta, right? Sustained by food, basically. Panchabhuta, when we say Panchabhuta, does everyone know what we're talking about?
Yeah, this 5
elements they're called. Okay? 5 elements. Earth, air, water, fire, and ether, right? 5 elements. First thing very important is then, what's Anna? Food. How do you explore food? To really understand what goes into the body, what comes out of the body. It's very important. If you go to an Ayurvedic doctor, his first question is, how was your poop this morning? You have ever experienced that, right? How was your poop this morning? And that's driven by what goes into the body. Do we ever think about what goes into the body? Most of the time, we just eat, whatever comes in front, eat. So it's very, very important to know what goes into the body. And it will vary from every individual to every individual. Because it will depend on your age, your ethnicity, what kind of climate you are in, what kind of ailments you have, what is your physical situation, what kind of physical activity you have. There's so many factors that will determine what you should put into the body. But for the most part, people don't pay attention. In general, we just, we get into the habit of doing something and then we keep doing it without paying attention. So it is very, very important to understand, analyze, research your own situation and see what works the best for you. Like I said, every individual is different. It depends on so many factors. So try to do some research on your own food habits and see how it goes. Very important. Panchakosha. The very first kosha itself is so important that that they say food is your mind, basically. What you eat is your mind. Eventually. I have this. I just wanted to share this book with you. The title is Science of Soul. Okay. Pretty big book. Almost 350 pages. only allocated to 5 koshas. That's it. That's all it talks about. 5 koshas. In great depth. Just the 5 koshas. The whole, that's all. It doesn't talk about anything else.
It's written by who?
It's written by Sri Yogeshwarananda Paramahansa. And it's with some Yoga Niketana Trust. That's the publisher in Delhi. Yoga Niketana Trust. Yogeshwarananda Paramahansa. I just found it in one of these shops in India, and it's all about koshas, nothing else.
So you said Patanjali doesn't talk about unusual. That is where does this information came from?
The
Where-
koshas?
Yeah.
The koshas are mentioned in one of the Upanishads,
Okay.
actually.
Taittiriya.
Taittiriya Upanishad. It comes from one of the Upanishads. It's much more ancient. Many of these things, Patanjali doesn't talk about everything, right? He expects you to know a lot of things. He wanted to keep it very, very crisp and very short, brief.
Pasi, could you send this information in your email today
About
about the book?
about the book? Yeah, I can share that.
Thank you.
Okay. You know, Annamaya Kosha is, to me, is very, very important. You really have to understand what's going on in the body. And once you understand the food part, and you to understand the structure of your body, how's your heart, how's your lungs, how's your, all those things, take care of all those things. There's so much going on at every level, all right? So just wanted to make you aware of that. All right, let's go into the eye exercise. Sit up nice and tall, circular rotation. Head in the center, look up toward the ceiling, move the eyes in a full circle, large circle. Keeping the head steady in the center, keeping the movement of the eyes smooth, and stretching the eyes to exercise the muscles of the eyes. As you bring the eyes to the top next, center the eyes, close, relax for a brief moment. Open the eyes, look up, full circle in the other direction, counterclockwise. Again, take an effort to stretch the eyes without causing any strain. We can really engage the eye muscles, exercise them. Keeping the eyes healthy, nicely lubricated, preventing dryness, preventing itching. And again, next time you bring the eyes to the top, center them and close. Rub the palms briskly. Cover the eyes softly, not pressing against the eyes. Relaxing the eyes, eye muscles. And we'll gently rub the eyelids, eyebrows. Light massage around the eyes, forehead, sides, cheeks, neck and the throat. Just release. And in softly, open the eyes. Right. Now we just mentioned the word Upanishad. I just thought of it. Does everyone know what Upanishad is? Who doesn't know anything about Upanishad?
Don't know much about it.
All right. Good. So we'll talk about it. There's nothing to talk about it. It's basically, Upanishad is the, you know what Vedas are?
Yeah.
Does everyone know what Vedas are? There are 4 Vedas. Everyone knows that. Can you name them quickly?
Rigu Veda, Yajur Veda, Sam Veda, and Atharva Veda.
Atharva Veda. Very good. Yajur Veda, Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Atharva Veda, Sama Veda. 4 of them. And each one has, broadly speaking, 2 segments. One is called the Karma Kanda. The other is called Jnana Kanda. Ritualistic part and the knowledge part, wisdom part, broadly. And there, each one of them is subdivided into 2 other parts. Let's not get into too much of this. This can take time. But basically, the end part of the Vedas, okay, is all knowledge and wisdom, and that's called Upanishad. End part. So the knowledge and the wisdom that's contained in the Upanishads, it's called Vedanta. Veda Anta. Anta means the end part. Because the Upanishads are at the end of the Vedas, so the knowledge that's given in those Upanishads, it's called Vedanta. All right. So there's, they say there were many Upanishads, but mostly they have a list of 108 now. 108 Upanishads.
Okay. They're part of each Vedas, basically.
Well, each Veda has some Upanishads at the end.
Okay.
And there's a list given which will tell you which Veda it belongs to.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. All right, let's get ready. Come up on your hands and knees, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, spread the fingers wide. Okay. As you inhale, head up, tailbone up, dip the navel down, look up. As you exhale, round the spine. Lower the chin down, lift the navel up. Do this a couple more times. Nice little dip in the spine when you inhale. The rounding of the spine when you exhale. That will hump in the spine. Slow breathing, movements synchronized with the breath. Reach the next round. Make the final exhalation and spine back to the neutral position. Do that little extra leg stretch. So with the left hand, lift the right foot up. With the left hand, hold the ankle, right ankle, and then pull the foot back. Left hand, right ankle. Push the foot back into the hand away from you. That will help you lift the knee up higher and the leg up higher behind you. Head up, chest up. You can use a strap, Neeraj, if that helps.
I just got cramps.
Oh, you got cramps. Oh, no. Take it easy. And then slowly release and come down. To the other side. Right hand, left ankle. Push the foot backwards to the back wall. That will help lift the knee up higher, leg up higher. chest up. Nice stretch. And then release and come down. Pause and get ready for Kapalabhati. Sit in any posture that's comfortable, preferably the Vajrasana. Okay. Today we'll go for about 100 breaths, okay? A little more than what we normally do. The final sequence, you inhale and then forcefully exhale all the air. When there is no more air in the lungs, apply the bandhas while holding the breath. Hold the breath. Right hand, Basu. Always Basu. Right hand, always. All right, we're ready for some Surya Namaskara. Come up to a standing position. All right, come on, close to the top of the mat. Together or only slightly apart but parallel, always. Feet should be flat, body should be tall, roll the shoulders back. Tall body. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, arms in front, up and back. Pull the hands up, push them back. Exhale, bending forward. Keep the hands pulled away. Finally, drop the hands. Get the hands closer to the toes. Bend the knees, palms on the floor alongside the feet. Left foot back. Slide it back all the way. Knee down, chest up. Yes. And the right foot back. Downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Buttocks lifted up. Try to press the heels down. Get a nice stretch on the ankles, calf area, back of the knees and thighs. Bring the knees, chest and chin down. Ashtanga Mudra. 8 limbs on the floor. Lower the abdomen, head up, chest up, palms up, legs up. So if the chest higher, legs higher, if you can. Palms down. Back to the downward facing dog. The head up, left foot forward, bring it up between the palms. Right knee down, chest up. Right foot forward. Exhale. If comfortable, keep the legs very straight. If not, you can bend the knees. That's fine. When you exhale, you can drop the chest down. The head up, bring the arms in front against the ears, L shape, and then start stretching up. Stretch up all the way and push the arms back. Look up. As you exhale, straighten the body and release the arms. All right. Together. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, arms to the side, stretch up and back. Pull the hands up and backwards. Press the feet firmly to the ground. Tighten the thighs. Push the thighs forward. Deepen the stretch by pulling the hands up again. Push them back. Exhale, bending forward. Hands behind the back this time. We need to lock the fingers. Keep the shoulders rolled back. And to deepen the rotation of the shoulders, we're going to pull the hands away toward the ceiling. That's when you inhale. And close the gap between the chest and the thighs when you exhale. Release the hands, bend the knees, palms down. Right foot back. Do kind of a dynamic combination of warrior 1 and 2. So first of all, the leg should be straight behind you, foot flat. All right. Roll the hips to your left, so that the body is completely facing the front. Shoulder then hips, a little more. Yes. And as you inhale, raise the arms up all the way. Still not raise it. All the way up and back. As you exhale, lower the buttocks down. Next inhale, warrior 2. Sideways completely. Pull the hands away from each other. And as you exhale, lower the buttocks down. Look over the left shoulder in this one. Again, inhale, raise the arms up into the warrior 1. Yes. Exhale, buttocks down. Again, inhale, warrior 2. This foot should be straight, very straight. Exhale, buttocks down. One more breath here. Inhale, pull the hands away. Exhale, buttocks further down. And then release. Come back. Arms down, left foot back. When the buttocks are lifted up, pushing the thighs backwards to the back wall. Flatten the armpits, lower the forehead down. Heels are pushed down. Fingers are spread out, palms are flat. Feel the pressure of all the 10 fingers on the floor, very evenly pressing down. Knees down, buttocks back. This time the child pose, buttocks are resting on the heels, forehead on the floor, and walk your hands in front. Keeping the hands where they are, slowly, smoothly slide forward to get into the cobra. Bhujanga. Chest up, navel down, shoulders rolled back. Classical Bhujangasana. Go back to the Adho Mukha Svanasana. Buttocks lifted up, pressing the heels down. Lift the head up, right foot forward, between the palms, all the way up. Come up with the left leg straight, right knee is bent, right knee should be vertically above the ankle. Roll the hips, your right. In right. Warrior one. Face the front. Is inhale, raise the arms up all the way. Pull the hands up and backwards. As you exhale, drop the buttocks down. Inhale, warrior two. Keep this foot very straight. Look over the right shoulder. Exhale. Keep this foot, straight like this. Very straight. And then lower the buttocks down when you exhale. Bring the knee vertically above the ankle, thigh almost parallel to the ground. Go back to warrior one as you inhale. Pull the hands up. No. Inhale. This foot remains straight. Face the front now. Face me. Hips and shoulders facing me completely. Raise the arms up. Inhale, buttocks down as you exhale. Yes, beautiful. Inhale, warrior two again. Look over the right shoulder. Again, Raj. Your foot should not move from here. So it should be very straight. Don't move that foot. Exhale, buttocks down. One more breath. Inhale, pull the hands away. Exhale, buttocks even more down. And then release. Come down. Arms down. Left foot forward. Legs are straight if comfortable. Drop the chest if comfortable. The head up, arms up to the side. Slowly stretch up. Pull the hands up and back. And as you exhale, straighten up. Release the arms down. Relax now. One more. Feet together. Exhale, palms together. Inhale, arms in front, up and back. Pull the hands up and push them back. Look up. Exhale, bending forward. Drop the hands, drop the chest. Let's place the palms under the toes. Hide the entire palm under the toes, entire palm. Not just the fingers, the whole palm. Hide them under the toes. And then push the knees away from you if you can. Lift the buttocks up toward the ceiling. And drop the chest down toward the thighs. The palms are hidden under the toes completely. Knees may be bent, that's okay. But push the knees away behind you, buttocks up toward the ceiling, and then drop the chest. Deepen the stretch. And then bring the palms out. Bend the knees, palms down, left foot back. Do a twisting stretch here. So keep the foot straight behind you, leg straight behind you, heel is pushed back, foot is not flat. Sandeep, foot is not flat behind you, it's lifted up, heel is lifted up behind. We're going to bring the left elbow on the outside, push the elbow against the knee from outside, join the palms together, raise the elbow up, right elbow up toward the ceiling, look over that shoulder, right shoulder. Called the Parshvakonasana in Sanskrit. Twisting stretch. And then slowly release, come down, palms down, right foot back, plank position. Body in a straight line. Heels, buttocks, and shoulders lined up, nicely straight. Palms are flat, fingers spread out, always. To feel that pressure with these 10 fingers down. Knees, chest, and chin down. Lower the abdomen, head up, chest up, elbows straight. For the final round, we do the upward facing dog. Point the toes back. If the knees off the floor, if comfortable. If not, that's fine. Resting with the top of the feet. Knees are up, but not the buttocks. Buttocks are still down. That will give a deep spinal stretch here. Go back to the downward facing dog. Head up, left foot forward, all the way up, between the palms. If you hand on your knee for stability, the foot is not flat. Possibly back foot is not flat, it's lifted, the heel is lifted up. Straight foot, yes. And then lower the chest down, bring the elbow on the outside, right elbow. Join the palms, lift the elbow up, left elbow, look over that shoulder. Pressure from outside against the knee with the elbow. We'll release the pose, palms down, right foot forward. Legs are straight. Head up, arms in front against the ears. As you inhale, stretch up. And pull the hands up and back. And as you exhale, straighten up. And release. Relax. Surya Namaskara sequence with variations. We always add a couple of variations here and there. Right. Last for a couple of breaths. We always do a little balancing move. Do the Natarajasana. I think we did that once, right? Natarajasana. Let's try that. So remember the Natarajasana, you are going to hold the foot from behind, but hold the inside of the foot if that's comfortable. Keep the other arm up. I cannot do it. And then bend the body forward. All right. Yes. Move away, that's fine too. Pull the foot backwards and then bend the body. Not just comfortable. Very nice. There you go. Very beautiful. Keep your focus on a spot in front. And down. Come down. Relax for a moment. Try the other side. Keep the arm against the ear as much as possible. Bend forward. Push the foot back and away from you, behind you. Keep focus, mental focus, physical balance. And slowly come down. Relax. Lie down on your abdomen, face down. Dhanurasana, bow pose. Forehead on the floor, start with that, and then bend the knees, hold the ankles behind you. And then lift up everything. Head up, chest up. Push the feet back into the hands, which will give a deeper stretch to the legs as well, and lift the knees higher. Come down slowly. Keep holding on to the ankles. Let's do it a second time. This time, bring the feet together, knees together, if you can. Bring them up. Lift up. Shoulder roll back. Chest up, knees up. Release and come down. Relax. Let's come up on the elbows. Elbows are under the shoulders. Slide the elbows a little bit in front. Yes. And all we do is to stretch the elbow straight. Bend the knees now if you can. Bring the heels very close to the buttocks. Elbows are straight. The knees close into the buttocks. Don't force it. It's okay. Don't push it. Keep breathing. And release everything. Come down. Relax. Slowly roll over onto your back. Right on your back. Relax for a moment. Feet together. Bring the arms all the way back overhead. Get a good stretch by pulling the hands back and away. One the toes away. Yashtikasana. And as you exhale, come up to a sitting position. Right. Janu Shirshasana. So everyone has a strap handy? Okay, we need a strap. We'll do a twisting stretch today. So we'll start by folding the left leg. We're going to put it on top of the thigh, left leg. If you need, you can put a block or a cushion under your knee so that it gets supported. All right. Okay, strap. Now, we're going to create a little twisting move here. The final goal will be for you to wrap the left arm behind you. Let me just show you what you eventually want to get there. Left arm will go behind you, and then you will want to try and grab the big toe with the hand. So that's where we need the strap, because most of you will not be able to do that, right? So what you want to do is use a strap, put it on this foot, bring it behind you, and hold the strap with the left hand behind you, as if you're trying to get to the foot with the hand, okay? Everyone got that? And now, with the right hand, place it on the left knee. Pull this knee in, roll the shoulder back, and then drop the chest on top of the left thigh. Boss, you're not using the strap, you're not able to do that. No, if it doesn't work, then don't bother. If it bothers you, it's okay. It's okay. If it's too much, I don't want you to force it. Yeah, that's the way you're doing it right. All right, let's come back up slowly. And now slide the hand on the leg in front. Okay, and now draw the chest right on top of the right thigh. And slowly release and come back. Release the strap, raise the arms up all the way, pull up, and then exhale, bend. Now, let's do the classical pose. So you can bring the foot down on the inside of the thigh, and then raise the arms up, and as you exhale, bend over. This is the classical Janu Shirshasana that we do all the time. When you inhale, pull the chin away. When you exhale, draw the chest down. And as you inhale, raise the arms up again. Exhale, release. Switch. Put the foot on top of the thigh. And as I mentioned, you feel free, you could put a cushion under your knee. It will give you a little support. Cushion or a block or something. Okay. Grab the strap. Put the strap on the foot. Bring it behind you. Hold it with the right hand behind you. All the way back. Place the left hand on the outside of the knee. And then, as you pull the knee inwards, roll the shoulder back. Nice twist here. And then draw the chest on top of the right thigh. So you're dropping the chest, not bending back, Vasu. You're dropping the chest in front, not bending back. That's better. Yes, yes. But you're doing the opposite side. That's fine. That's okay. Don't worry. You're doing fine. And slowly come back. Place the hand on your thigh and slide it away now. So now you're dropping the chest on top of the left thigh. Keep the hands where they are. Don't shift them yet. Drop the chest down as much as you can. And slowly come back. Release the strap. We'll do the classical Janu Shirshasana. Put the foot on the inside. Hold the heel all the way back. Inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, bending over. Chest lines up on top of the thigh. That's where you can use the strap now if you need to. Pull the chin away when you inhale, drop the chest when you exhale. Standard guideline. Lengthening the spine, dropping the chest. And as you inhale, raise the arms up again. Exhale, release. Hold the legs in front. Paschimottanasana. Keep the legs together, feet together, straight legs. Raise the arms up as you inhale. Exhale, bend over. Slowly, deepening the stretch with every breath. When you inhale, pull the chin away. When you exhale, you can drop the chest. Only if it's comfortable, only as much as the body lets you do. Never pushing yourself. And as you inhale, raise the arms up. Exhale, release. That's for a moment. Do Sarvangasana, a brief Sarvangasana today, not too long. We don't have too much time left, but we want to do the Sarvangasana. Shoulder stand. Need the wall for support, go ahead, go against the wall. If not, go get ready and get started. Awareness at the base of the throat. Your body eventually comes up into a position that is fully, completely vertical with the heels, buttocks, and shoulders all lined up in a single vertical plane. That's the goal. Doesn't have to happen today. Shoulder stand in English, Sarvanga. Sarva means all, Anga means limbs. It really impacts, they say, every limb in the body. Because of the inversion, because of the movement of the thyroid and the parathyroid glands. A lot of things are happening, improving blood circulation in the entire body. Very beneficial, beautiful pose. And start with some variations. So if you're comfortable, spread the legs apart into a V shape. Pause there briefly. Bring the legs together, again vertical, and then do a little bicycle movements with the legs, if you can. And then pause, keep the legs straight again, lower one leg at a time behind you with the other vertical. So one leg remains vertical, the other goes back all the way behind you. Alternate to the other side if you do this a couple of times. Nice stretch, half plow. And finally, full plow. That means you're bringing both the legs back behind you, closer and closer to the floor. If not, let them hang in the air, that's fine. Be very aware of the neck and shoulders particularly. No straining them. And to come out, very slowly release the back first. When the tailbone touches the floor, buttocks are on the ground, but the legs are vertical at that point. Pause there briefly, and then release the legs down. Slowly, smoothly. Sarvangasana, very beautiful pose. And the pose that we always follow after Sarvangasana is the counter stretch called the Matsyasana, fish pose. You sit up on the elbows, position the palms under the buttocks, roll the shoulders back, close the gap between the shoulder blades that lift the chest up. Raj, watch. Up on the elbows first. Place the palms under the buttocks. Now roll the shoulders back, tilt the head back, and let the head rest on the ground. It should not be hanging in the air. Head should be resting on the floor, very lightly touching the floor, not pressing against it. Lift the chest up as high as you can. Finally, if you want to try, lift the feet off the floor as well. Just 3 inches, not a whole lot. Very small distance from the floor to the feet. Look at the wall behind you. Your neck is also turned a little bit backwards. Shoulders roll back. Chest up. Matsya Asana, fish pose. Putting the feet down. Bring the arms outside from under the buttocks. Sit back up on the elbows. Lower the chin down into Jalandhar Bandha. And then release the back down, shoulders down, head down. And relax. Sarvanga and Matsya, shoulder stand, fish pose. Very beautiful combination. Bring the feet together, bend the knees, wrap the arms around the knees, hug the knees into the chest for a moment. Tailbone remains down on the floor, head is on the floor. And now roll the body side to side. Light, gentle massage of the spine. All the way to one side and the other side. And next time you get back to the center, just pause briefly and begin to rock the body up and down. Rocking chair. And fine, coming back up and sit comfortably for a moment. We always do a very classical sequence that we have. Same basic sequence, adding every now and then some variations, always. Variations help us engage different muscles in the body. Sometimes you recognize the presence of muscles that you never know they existed. That happens. Okay, spinal twist. Do the Marichasana. We've done that before, right? Marichasana. Yes. Take the legs in front. You start by folding the right leg, bring the heel all the way back on the same side. Keep the strap handy as always. So you go to bring the right arm on the inside of the knee, upper arm, palm facing away. Wrap the arm around the knee and then grab the other hand from behind the back. So you're trying to grab the hands together. Again, that's where you need a strap. You're a difficult person. Yes, you're okay. Look over the left shoulder now, roll that shoulder back. Yes, that's good. Good. Leg first. Yeah. Right arm, this side. Yes, left hand behind your back. Right? Yeah. Boss, you want to try this strap? Well, I'll give it to you. You keep it there. Yeah. Hold the hand. The body strap in this one. Yes. Keep the body straight. You don't leave the hand behind. Keep the body tall. And bring this hand very close to the other hand. Other hand. Yes. There you go. Roll the shoulder back. This shoulder back. Yes. Good. You are it now. Perfect. Just a little more. And then release. Come back. Good. To the side now. Yes. got it now.
Yeah.
That's good. Very good. That's good. Yeah. You got it there. Beautiful. The idea is to close the gap between the hands. Two hands should come very, very close to each other. That's the idea. There you go, Pinky. You're almost there. One more inch. Marichasa. Just a little more, and then we'll release the pose. Come back. Sitting in any posture that's comfortable with the eyes closed for our moment of reflection. We will reflect back on our experience so far. Replay the whole sequence like a video replay. Every asana that we do, every stretch that we do gives us an experience. And during that experience, we want to explore how was the interaction between the mind and the body. Did the mind, driven by the ego, did it try to push the body around too much? Or driven by the ego, it can even tell the mind not to do anything. Oh, I don't feel like doing anything. These are two undesirable situations. We want to maintain that perfect harmony between mind and body. Both sides. We'll do the yoga mudra, bring the hands behind the back. Softly hold the right wrist. And exhale, bend forward now. Go as far as you can. Final posture, stay there for a moment. Keep breathing. And with the next inhalation, slow and smooth, come back. Release the hands and legs, and we're ready for yoga nidra. Yogic sleep, not the same as biological sleep. So we set the intention that we try to avoid, prevent the getting into biological sleep. But if that happens, as I always say, it's okay. All right, let's get ready for our sequence to tighten the muscles in the body. Optionally, getting into the half boat, where the legs are straight, point the toes away. If not, you can keep the legs on the floor, head on the floor. That's fine too. Straight legs. Stretch the arms straight in front. Spread the fingers wide and tight. Fist with the hands tight. Rotating the wrists around. One direction first. Pause. Other direction. Pause. Keep the elbows straight. We're going to work on the facial muscles. So open the mouth, extend the tongue out. Curl it down toward the chin. Open the eyes. Open the mouth wide and then tense up all the facial and neck muscles now. Pull the fists away from you toward your feet. Squeeze the buttocks tight. Thighs, knees, kneecaps, calf muscles. Ankles are tight. Point the toes away. One final effort to engage every muscle now. So toes to head, top to bottom, every muscle. And see if you can bring it to a real tight squeeze. And let go. Loosening up now, completely letting go. You can spread the feet apart, almost the width of the mat. Palms facing up, only if it's comfortable, and natural. Wherever your hands want to be, fingers find their natural curve. Final position is so natural, it should require no effort of any kind. Let's start by relaxing toes, soles of the feet, heels, ankles, calf muscles, shins, knees and the kneecaps, thighs, the pelvic area, all the abdominal muscles. Visualize and relax the internal organs, heart, lungs, kidneys, liver, pancreas. Relax the rib cage, chest, shoulder blades, collarbones. Shift the awareness to the hands, relax the fingers, palms, wrists, forearms, elbows, upper arms, and the shoulders. Loosening up, letting go. Relax the buttocks, full length of the spine. Relax the muscles in the lower back, middle back, upper back, the entire back. It's nice and comfortable, very relaxed. Neck muscles, facial muscles, cheeks, chin, lips, jaws, tongue, teeth, nose, eyes, eyebrows, forehead, top of the head, back of the head. Every muscle, every limb in the body very deeply relaxed. Body begins to feel that subtle sense of heaviness on the ground. Body is completely supported by the ground, so it feels a sense of deep relaxation, no strain of any kind. And to enjoy this state of relaxation, we'll set the intention called a sankalpa, to make an affirmation that we will not pay any attention to the thoughts that come up in the mind while we are relaxing. Thoughts will come and go away, and we can continue to enjoy this very beautiful states of the body and the mind. Let's bring the awareness back to the breathing and begin to breathe slightly deeper breaths. Just becoming more aware of your rhythm of breathing. Feel the flow of breath at the tip of the nose for a moment. And begin to gradually stretch the fingers, curl the toes, stretching the hands, feet, arms and legs. You can bring the feet together, bring the arms back overhead, get a nice stretch by pulling the hands backwards and pointing the toes away. Slowly roll to one side briefly. Stand back up, sitting position. We predominantly use the asana practice for our Annamaya Kosha. That's where we take care of the physical aspect of our being. Panchabhutas, you can call them, all the physical structure, bones, muscles, limbs, everything. Asana, the main factor for that. Pranamaya Kosha, obviously, pranayama. That's what helps us strengthen the pranamaya kosha. Okay? All right, let's do the Kapalabhati practice. Let's get ready. Sequence now. Inhale and forcefully exhale all the air. Hold the breath. Kumbhaka. And apply the three bandhas. Chin lock, navel lock, root lock. Inhalation through the right. No. Yes, inhale through the right and exhale through the left. Yes, inhale through the right, exhale through the left. One deep inhalation, one deep exhalation. in the natural rhythm of breathing. Next, we'll do the practice of Brahmari. Everyone remembers Brahmari. So Shanmukhi Mudra with the hands. Remember, we're going to inhale deeply, and while exhaling, make that sound, nice humming sound. Okay, 4 breaths. Everyone count 4 breaths. Brahmari. So in the, we, like I mentioned, there's a text called the Hatha Yoga Pradipika. I mentioned that name. That's where many of these practices are given, all the pranayama practices. So what it does, when it talks about the Brahmari practice, it says that you should try and make this sound both during inhalation and exhalation. Okay? Most people don't do the inhalation sound because it takes a lot of time to practice. So you get comfortable with that. Okay, but you just want to introduce the sound, and you can practice at home. See how comfortable you feel with this. So you make the sound during inhalation, and then of course the exhalation sound will be identical to what we've been doing. All right. So let me just show you the sound during inhalation. That's what it's going to sound like. So you're going to exhale first, and then inhale with that sound. Excuse me. And that's the inhale sound. You can keep going, whatever duration. And of course, then finally exhale. Same thing we have done always, okay? Inhalation sound obviously sounds very different from the sound itself. What the text says, that one of them is like the female hummingbee, the other one is like a male hummingbee. It gives you which one is which. I don't remember that, because I don't know any difference.
So where is that inhalation sound coming from?
Sound is coming from the upper palate, top of the back of the upper palate. Same thing where both the sounds are roughly the same spot, upper palate, very back of the upper palate. Okay, give it a try. Do only 1 or 2 breaths. Just see if you can make that sound. If not, that's fine. 2 breaths maybe. Mm. That's Bhramari with the sound both inhalation as well as exhalation. Like I said, it might take you a few rounds of practice before you can get that sound. Did everyone get it or no?
I didn't get.
No. Okay. It will take some practice. Okay. 2 days of practice. That's why in most classes, if you practice Bhramari, they will only tell you to breathe, make the sound during exhalation. Most of the places. But the text says both. Okay. All right. Nadi Shuddhi. Vishnu Mudra with the right hand, Chin Mudra with the left. I'm going to guide you through. No. Vishnu Mudra, right hand. Make a fist. Thumb up, last 2 fingers up. Middle 2 fingers remain bent constantly. Okay. I'm going to guide you through 2 rounds. So close the right nostril. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Hold the breath, close both nostrils. Apply the chin lock and the root lock. Release the locks, chin up, exhale through the right nostril. Inhale right. Hold the breath. Close both nostrils. Jalandhar Bandha, Mula Bandha, 2 locks. Release the locks, chin up, exhale through the left nostril. Inhale left. Hold the breath. Close both sides. Apply the chin lock and the root lock. Release the locks, chin up, exhale right side. And keep going. So this is your technique, your rhythm, your pattern. Exhale through one nostril, inhale through the same nostril. At the end of inhalation, hold the breath, apply the chin lock and the root lock, Jalandhar Bandha and the Mula Bandha, 2 locks, always, after inhalation. Very soft breaths, Ujjayi breaths. Maintain that ratio 1 to 2 between inhale and exhale. Maintain a count in your mind, Om 1, Om 2, etc. Make an assessment of each of these components. Maintaining that ratio of 1 to 2 is a very key guideline for our practice. Exhalation becoming twice the duration of inhalation. Finish the next round now. Take your time. Finish the final exhalation, which should be from the left nostril. Final exhalation to the left side. Take your time. Finish the full sequence. Then release the hands. Nadi Shuddhi, that means purification. Purification of the nervous system. Nadi is nervous system, Shuddhi is purification. Also known as Anulom Vilom. Alternate nostril breathing. Very beautiful practice, creating balance at all levels. Physical, physiological, mental, and emotional balance. Deep balancing practice. Keep the eyes closed, spine upright but relaxed, no strain of any kind. Shoulders hanging loose, hands very comfortable. Let's recite Om once now. Deep inhalation. Om. Join the palms together for the Shanti mantra. Inhale. Om Asatuma Sargamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityoma Mritangamaya Om Shanti Shanti. Lead me from unreal to the real, darkness to light, from the fear of death to the knowledge of immortality. Peace, peace, peace. Palms. Cover the eyes with the palms, just relaxing the eyes. Release the hands, join the palms again, raise them up, and as you exhale, bend forward. Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. I bow down to all my gurus, my teachers. Very special tribute to our sage Patanjali, our Guru Patanjali. Slowly come back. Thank you all. Namaste and have a great rest of the day.